Sub Aquarius, this is Jesse with 44 Astro with a new moon tarot reading for August 16th, 2023. It will be at 23 degrees Leo. It will be at 5:38 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, if you're interested in what mansion of the moon it'll be in, it will be in Al-Sarfa, which is the 12th mansion of the moon, according to ancient Babylonian grimoires, specifically the Picatrix. I will put a little picture up here that kind of gives a description of the mansion of the moon, what it's all about, and what it's good for. It's not really a particular beneficial mansion of the moon. It's more about destroying marriages and destroying people's wealth. It's represented by a man fighting a dragon. And you really won't want to use it against anyone anyway. It's never good to try to go against anyone. But if you were trying to do anything for yourself, it's more about like kind of changing your look and being noticed, and also for getting married yourself, for marriages or growing crops if you're into that kind of thing. The moon goes through all the mansions within a 24-hour period, so it moves fairly quickly. The Babylonians broke it down, all the astrology. They broke it down into, every single mansion of the moon, hours of the day. Every hour of the day is actually ruled by a specific planet, and there's an app you can get on your phone for that to know the planetary hours. Every day of the week is ruled by a planet. Monday is Moon's day. Tuesday is ruled by Mars. Wednesday is Mercury. Thursday is Jupiter, or Thor's day. Jupiter, lightning, thunder. Friday is Venus's day. Saturday is, of course, Saturn's day. And then the sun's day is the sun. So, yeah, everything's astrological, I promise. Everything in our entire culture and world, one way or the other, is tied back to astrology. Even the Bible is. And hopefully I'll eventually get enough subscribers to actually do a video on how the areas in which astrology is mentioned in the Bible, and it's all over it. It's all over all religions, really. And it's the oldest science known to man, right? As far as when we couldn't even talk yet, we were grunting in a cave. We were looking up at the stars and then drawing them stars on cave walls, right? We were always amazed by looking up, seeing the shiny little lights in the sky and what they meant. So it's as old as humanity. And it's definitely the oldest science. Before we could do math, we were looking at the stars, looking at the sun and the moon, trying to understand what they mean and why they were there. And then, of course, it evolved from there. But anyway, this is a general tarot reading for Aquarius. We are going to get you a Moonology card for the overall energy. And we're going to do a Thoth spread and clarify with the Thoth deck. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, liking, leaving a comment. We're trying to build this channel up. Give me a good excuse to start making all these astrology and videos and esoteric videos and videos on ancient grimoires and magic. Tying it all together, doing some live streams, some readings for people, maybe even doing some natal charts for people. All these types of things, but I got to build the channel up and actually have an audience. I got up to 111 subscribers. I'm pretty proud of that. Did it in about a month. So, I don't know if that's a good pace or not. I feel like it means it'd be about a year before I get my monetization. I think that's fairly common from what I understood. And hopefully I can stick it out till then, but maybe we can beat it if we can get enough views and enough new subscribers. All right, what does Aquarius need to know here for the new moon coming up on the 16th of August? Oh, there it is. Ooh, this energy is gaining momentum. Got the waxing moon. That's always a good. You want to do things when the moon is waxing. That means it's growing, getting more light, showing more of itself. So that's growing, waxing. That's when you want to be accomplishing things and doing things. Whereas when it's waning is when things are kind of dying down or devolving. So yeah, something's gaining momentum in your life. Some kind of energy. Let's see if we can figure out what that is with this Thoth spread, and then we'll clarify and see if we can get even more information with the Thoth deck. Let me know when it's time to stop for Aquarius. I have a decent amount of Aquarius in my chart. My Jupiter's there. It's in mutual reception with Uranus too. So Uranus is in mutual reception in my chart, which rules Aquarius. It's my second house, which isn't like Aquarius's house or anything. But it is in a grand trine, so I'm second house Aquarius in a grand trine. Well, actually, it's a kite, and it's in air, so I do have a decent amount of Aquarius, and Uranus is conjunct my ascendant. So I actually see the world like an Aquarius. Or at least I have the goggles of Uranus over my self-expression to the world. So I'm Aquarian in some nature. I'm really heavy Scorpio and Sagittarius with a taste of Aquarius. So I'm kind of a weird mixture like that. I do like to think futuristically a lot. Always focused on the future and what needs to be accomplished and new ways to do it. What can I say? Sagittarius and Aquarius are both like that. And I'm very heavy Sagittarius too. My ascendant and my moon. And I also have a stellium there. Oop, there it is. Also, that stellium goes all the way into Scorpio too. I have a lot of planets in Scorpio. Venus, Pluto, which that's his ruling planet. Saturn and the Sun. So I have a lot there. And in Sagittarius, I have a stellium with Uranus. Uranus touching Mercury, which is like electrifying intelligence, and then with the moon, which is, it basically puts like a psychic antenna on my head. So it basically is like active intelligence, and my intuition is like electrified by Uranus and touching my ascendant, which is myself, so my inner world. So it's basically like having, best way I can explain it is like having a psychic antenna on your head, having that and all together like that. And then it all touches Chiron, which is the Rainbow Bridge, which is the asteroid that's in between Saturn and Uranus, right? So it represents the bridge between the material individual world and then the collective world and the unconscious world and everything in the collective world that brings us together. So that's why it's the Rainbow Bridge. And it all points to, like, it all goes from where that stellium is in the back, and it's like a laser to it. It's really a giant opposition, but it makes the middle line of the kite. One of these days I'll break down my chart to kind of give you an idea of who I am. Not that anybody really cares, but believe it or not, you can learn a lot about an individual from their natal chart. And honestly, I believe that's one of the most personal things you could ever share. If you share your natal chart with someone, super personal. You can gain a lot of information about an individual if you know how to look at it and how to read it. What's strong and what's not. And I'm very versed in astrology, so you just show me a natal chart and I'll start without I don't need to read anything. I'll just tell you exactly what it means. Well, I'll give you versions of, because there's always multiple versions of what it can be. That's on the bottom if it means anything to you. It's kind of moving forward emotionally. So you got the devil and the lovers. You're feeling like you're chained to a relationship in some way. 3 major arcanas. Like it could be your relationship with the world at large. It could be your relationship in general. You're feeling kind of a slave to it, right? Your question could be specifically about your love life or your relationship and like how it's viewed by the world, or how you interact in the world with your partner. Or you may feel like in some way it's holding you back from accomplishing what you want in the world. This is definitely a love reading. It's got money in it too, and like a new journey. So love is on this path, it looks like, and it looks like a new journey maybe on this path. So if you're feeling chained, the question may be around like how you change that, because you may love your partner and you want to figure out how to not feel like chained to it, because these two are the antithesis of each other. They're very similar cards, but they have very different meanings. You're with someone voluntarily, here you're chained to them. So, and it could be some kind of vices you have in life in regard to, like maybe the way you and your significant other express love to each other is not in the healthiest way. And that can be like that, right? Or it could be like in some way you feel like that relationship is holding you back from expressing yourself to the world, which is really kind of what it feels like. Or you're trying to figure out a way to bring your relationship to the world in some way. This is your current path. So you got the hermit there, which is kind of going inside or being alone or wanting to be alone. But you have the lovers there, or not the lovers, you have the 2 of cups, which is essentially the lovers. And then you have the hangman, which would be like feeling stuck or a new perspective. It could be that you're trying to gain a different perspective on love, or the way you approach love, or the way you see love. Or, like I said, you could be feeling stuck in this relationship. You feel stuck in this love relationship in some way, and you feel like it's holding you back because you feel stuck in this love. And even though you may be in a relationship, you may be feeling alone still. Even though you're in a relationship, maybe you feel kind of tied down or alone, or maybe you want to be alone now. Maybe that's the decision. And then over here, it's kind of saying, hey, new path, stepping out in the sunlight. Take that new path. Understand the give and take of things. Present yourself to the world. Present your relationship to the world if that's what you're trying to do. I mean, having a vlog of your life, and maybe you have a relationship in there and you're trying to present it in a certain way. It could be that. It could be that, you decide you're going a different path here and you're going single. You're going solo. Going to get in the spotlight. You want to shine on your own. And you know, that's what's going to bring you your balance and or your understanding of give and take, or you're trying to give to the world here. Generosity. You know, you're trying to go on this new journey. Maybe you feel like you've been taken for advantage in this relationship, or some way it's taking from you or taking your opportunities, and you're like, I'm striking out on my own. And I'm going to give something out to the world. And Aquarians that's part of Aquarian, right? Of Aquarius, and its higher manifestation is finding your role in the world and then giving of yourself to help the collective in some way. It's not about your own fame, though the 11th house can definitely represent fame in the collective, but it's more about what you're leaving behind for everyone else, how you're benefiting the world in some way, changing it for the future, because that's what Aquarius is all about, and Uranus and the 11th house. This is the advice. You have the Emperor there with the 3 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. It's saying like you need to like take charge, dedicate yourself to whatever this work is, this new mission that you want to be on. It could be that in your relationship you feel like it's holding you back from whatever you're trying to accomplish in the world. That's what screams to me. The relationship is making you feel stuck, making you feel isolated and alone when you want to be out there expressing it. You may have a possessive partner, right? Aquarians are generally very free thinking, very free people. They want to be out there. They want to be socializing. They want to be with the collective because that's what it's all about. And if you have someone that's a little less, you know, more of like a homebody, like maybe a Cancer, maybe even a Scorpio, Pisces, something like that, or Virgo, somebody that's really like, even Tauruses, Capricorn can be like that too. I mean, any sign really can be. And they're trying to, you know, I don't want you sharing yourself with the world. I want you out of myself, kind of thing. That screams Scorpio, to be fair. But I don't see no Scorpio cards here. But if that's what your partner's trying to do, or if that's whatever this relationship, it doesn't have to be, you know, a love relationship. It could be friends. It could be family that's doing that to you in some way. Even on social media, somehow, some people that you really cared about on social media, you feel like are holding you back in some way from expressing yourself and you know, shining, fame, accomplishment. Being famous and accomplishing a lot so you can give. I mean, that's what Aquarius is about in a lot of ways. It's saying take charge. Work on this that you feel like you need to be working on. Show people what you know, what you've worked on. Gain. You will gain. You will get what you want, but you have to step out on your own. And this is the outcome. The outcome is saying you're walking away. So you are going to walk away. And you got the Aquarius card here. You got the star. So 8 of Cups, they're walking away. You got the star. 8 of Cups, he's walking away. Could be a kid in this, could be a child in this, right? Y'all could have a child together. If it is it could be a little fire sign child that you have together. And that could be part of the reason you feel stuck. Maybe you have a kid, but like the relationship really isn't working like it is. You're going to have to figure out a way. You know what I mean? I hate to say that because, it's important to take care of your kids, right? No matter what. You never want to leave them behind. But if you can accomplish and gain in a certain way, you can give them a life that they never had before. And, maybe make that your motivation, right? But it doesn't have to be a kid. It could just be his new project, something that you love and that you're really passionate about. And this is what he's walking toward. He's walking toward it. And it's the Aquarius card, the wish, the healing. And this is what you want. You want that recognition. You want to strike out in the world. You want to be noticed. It says the energy's gaining momentum. Right? So whatever this is, this energy that you have this idea that you have, it's going to work out. It's going to work out big. You're going to gain. You're going to be the sun, but you have to choose that path, right? You have to choose that path. Or you can choose to stay stuck over here with the Hangman and the 2 of Cups and feel like the Hermit. I don't think that's going to get you where you want to go. If I had to guess, Aquarius, you're trying to be seen. You're trying to be noticed. You're trying to change the world. Aquarians are all about that. I have enough Aquarius in my chart to understand that. It's definitely my 3rd strongest sign. Uranus is probably my 3rd strongest planet. It's probably my 2nd strongest planet. But sign-wise, because Scorpio has so much in it, I can't say that Aquarius in and of itself is stronger. But Uranus is stronger in my chart than Pluto is. It's Jupiter's number 1, Uranus is number 2, then Pluto for me. That's my strongest planets. In that way. So that's, like I said, that's a mixture of Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. Okay, so wanted to stop. We were going to do the Devil right away. Some kind of change. And it could have to do with money in some way, right? And that's the whole thing, how you make money. And it could be your partner doesn't want you to make money in a specific way, or they're afraid that if you go and do this other opportunity that you won't be able to support your family or whatever. You have well, I really don't think it's money. I think it's just expressing yourself in the world some way. I mean, it could be a worry about money, but this is the Two of Pentacles. It's change, but it's the Lord of harmonious change, right? It says change, but it's the Lord of harmonious change. So, I mean, I think you can make a harmonious change here, and you may be able to get your other half on board with it. You just have to explain to them that it's the way it needs to be. But if they can't and they don't want you to follow your dreams, then you have to go your own way. This is a new could be, like I said, a child, but it could be a new venture. You know, a new venture that makes you money, right? And you feel like that's being interfered with, this change, because of this devil, which is maybe your relationship or maybe certain ground rules that you have in your relationship, but you feel like it's holding you back. And that's the interference of this change, this new opportunity and change, which is right there, and you feel like it's what's holding you back. But you have to make the decision. You can stay in the same dichotomy that you're in your relationship, and then it can continue to control you and make you feel stuck. Or, communication a lot of time is all you need, and you can move forward. But you can choose this new path, and you being the shining star over here. Okay, so this is the current path that you're on, which is sticking with your relationship, by the way. Right now, that's the current path you're on. And it's not looking good. Like, it's going to ruin your manifestation. You're going to feel it's indolence. 8 of Cups is indolence. You're going to feel stuck. And it's going to ruin your manifestation. It's going to be the end to whatever this idea is if you don't change it in some way. You're going to feel isolated. You're going to feel alone. It's not going to get you there. Because, that's another stuck card. It's 8 of Cups. It means indolence in this, which is being indolent, which is being stagnant or stuck. This is the manifestation card. That's what's coming. It's saying this is what's coming. You know, the end of your idea and at the end of your new journey and being stuck. And that's what you're going to manifest if you stay. If you stay in this current dichotomy, this current situation that we're doing, in this current perspective, in this current way that your relationship works and operates. So you have to make a decision. A lot of times just communicating can get you there. Communicate. See if they're willing to meet you. If they really love you, they're going to meet you halfway. Whether they're a love partner, whether they're it could be an ex. Who knows? Whether it's whatever it is, it's trying to tie you down. It could be maybe a job, even like some kind of job that's keeping you. It's something that you're attached to individuals that you love. It could be your family, like I don't see the Hierophant here like traditions. I just see the Emperor. So it's saying take charge. So in some way, you're not taking charge. Oop, right there. That was going to be over here for sure. Okay. Yeah. You got to move forward. Get your power. Get in your power here. You got the Prince of Cups, the Knight of Swords, which is a really fast-moving knight in this deck. He's moving as fast as the birds are in this, and he's got wings. And then you have the Four of Pentacles, which is power in this deck. It's just called Power. Lord of Power. And then you get the Prince of Cups. He's moving forward too. These two are both moving. And it's going to gain you your power. And I'll put it over here on the 8 of Cups, which is also moving. It's moving towards your wish, your healing, your card. You have to make the decision. You have a choice. Stay in whatever the situation is that you feel chained to, whether it's with your loved ones, whether it's a workplace situation. It feels like it's a relationship for sure. And in the current path is you're deciding to stay stuck there and you don't feel like you're going to release yourself to the world in any way. I'm telling you, Aquarius is all about the collective, about having lots of friends, about expressing yourself. You don't want to be in anything that's going to make you like a homebody. Aquarius is all about expressing themselves. Now, if you have like an Aquarius sun, but you have nothing else on it and you're barely Aquarius, this probably isn't going to resonate for you. This is for Aquarians, like really heavy Aquarius. Aquarius is all about socializing. It's about finding your role in the collective. It's not just about socializing. It's about finding a way to help the overall collective of humanity. That's what it's what the 11th house is. It's what Aquarius is. It's what Uranus is. Finding out how to help move toward the future in a way that benefits everyone. And it looks like you have a great opportunity to do this and that you will shine like the sun, but you're going to have to go your own way. And the energy is gaining momentum, it says. You are gaining momentum. Do it. Continue on the path. Don't let anything hold you back. Don't let no interference happen. Make this change. If the person loves you, they'll roll with it. They'll move with you. They'll understand that you need to do it. Aquarians do not need to be cooped up. That is not what Aquarius is about. Aquarius generally have lots of friends, have lots of fun, have lots of great ideas, lots of innovations. Think outside of the box, making old stuff new. being futuristic, creating new things, thinking differently. You know what I mean? Revolution, altruism, all these things associated with Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, that's all I have for you. I hope that resonated in some way. If it didn't, please watch your other signs, and if you know your natal chart, find out what planet and what aspects are most powerful in your chart and what signs those are in, because they might resonate better. If it did resonate in some way, please consider liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. We're trying to build these subscribers up so I can make more videos. I'll eventually make a video all about Aquarius and its role and what it's supposed to be doing, like at least in the story of the zodiac. And I'm going to make a lot of videos about a lot of things that I'm interested in and that I've learned about over the years. Anyway, Aquarius, either way, happy new moon. I'm glad you're here, whether you like or subscribe, just because the views help too. All right, Aquarius, best of luck to you. Strike out on your own. Shine like the sun.